tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
The views and opinions expressed on Trudging Together are solely those of the host, co-host, and our guests. They do not necessarily reflect the views of any organization, fellowship, or other entity, and definitely not your boss, your neighbor, or that one guy in your home group. The content of this program is not intended to replace medical, psychological, or professional advice. If you're looking for that, please seek guidance from qualified professionals who spent way too many years in school. What you'll hear here is based on lived experience, recovery journeys, and the occasional bad coffee-fueled joke. Trudging Together is not affiliated with any 12-step fellowship. We are simply people sharing our stories and walking this path together, one day at a time. Thank you for joining us, and remember, recovery is serious business, but that doesn't mean we can't laugh along the way.
Strange Sober Sundays. Morning. No. Keep forgetting I'm sleeping late. I had a lot of nightmares last night. A lot. Amber, shower podcast. Who can go longer? Can she stay longer in the shower, or can Dion? If you're still showering when I'm done, yeah. You take too long of showers. Oh, yeah. Good morning. Oh, I don't like it when I have those. They're tough. Yeah. Yeah. If all I had was drinking dreams, man, I would be happy. I don't know why my nightmares are coming back up again. That was the third time this week. So something's going on. My brain is trying to figure something out. I'm not sure what it is. So we will continue doing what we do. It'll appear, right? So yeah, I was helping my grandkids that were making Nutella sandwiches. All right, we keep a plethora of Nutella around. All right. Hey, Leisure says it's retrograde. Yeah, I'm Virgo, and supposedly this is supposed to be my year of justice and money. Yeah, thank you. I thought of you as soon as I grabbed it, dude. Leisure says nice shirt. Yeah, I actually thought of you when I was grabbing it. The shirt I wear tells you something. I don't know if you have figured things out, if you have figured this out yet. I wear t-shirts according to my mood. Right. Absolutely, Amber. I would agree with that. God will reveal more. Absolutely. He is revealing, and I will find out what's going on when I'm supposed to find out. That's when it'll happen. Until then, just a steady. Maybe he wants me to go through this right now to make me realize how fucking good I got it. Who knows? Who knows what it is? I don't need to know why. I need to know how. Right? So the argument with the Nutella was, they keep using their own knives. I'm like, you're both making them share a knife. Well, they couldn't pull it off. They got into an argument over the knife. And when their mom dropped them off on Friday, she was saying, yeah, they're kind of getting into it. They usually don't do that around us too much, unless it comes to the Nutella knife. So we talked about it. I'm like, what was the solution? And one granddaughter was like, well, she tried. I'm like, that's not the solution. That's the problem. That is the problem. We need to use our imaginations. You two are millers. You are helpful people. That's what we do. Have you not noticed what we do in this house? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, do you see what Grandpa does all day long? I'm like, yeah, he's helping people. Yes, because it's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do. And we talked about how Dion has 8 brothers and sisters. I'm like, how many name my brothers and sisters are like, well, Aunt Brandy. They get to see Aunt Brandy a lot, right? That's it. That's all they know, right? All right. Do you want to be grandpa's age and not talking to your sister? Do you? Well, no. I want you two are the only thing you got. Family's the only thing you got right now. You better be nice to each other because you're going to need each other when you're growing up. And you're going to have to learn how to get along. So, how are we going to, right? So, the way it works is, right, you got two pieces of bread. One person gets to one piece, the other person gets to the other piece, and the other person does the other one, then the other one, and then they each get to lick each side of the knife. There we go. Now we're done. That was the solution. So we'll see if they follow through. But these are important. I know it sounds silly to be discussing a butter knife, but for them, I mean, it was their whole world at the present moment, and it needs to be discussed. It doesn't need to be angry. It needs to be solution oriented. That's all I ever do with my grandkids. We just get to a solution. I never ever harp on them about the problem. Then it went to, did you know that when you do that, when you two do that, you know what you did? You created more work for grandma and I. Now we have to clean more. Do you do the dishes around here? You don't do the dishes. Oh, you don't. Okay. Do you do any chores around here? No. Oh, you don't. So, except for cleaning your own stuff, right? Cleaning up your own stuff, right? That's all we ask. So don't make more work for us either. I think that part got him. Guilt always works. Guilt always works. All right. All right. I know Amber has something to say about that, but she is in the shower. So, you know what time it is? It is time for Dion's Daily Funnies. Let's get to it. Oh, maybe she's not. It's called drama. Yeah. They're just looking for a reason to get mad at each other. Yeah, I would agree with that. All right. I still go through it with my brothers and sisters. I found a wooden shoe in my toilet. It was clogged. I thought I was being serious for a second, didn't you? Like, no. We don't ever take you seriously, Dion. If a pig loses its voice, does it become disgruntled? Oh, I love dad jokes, but I don't have kids, which makes me a faux pas. Pretty good one. These are, man, good job, good housekeeping. Two guys walked into a bar. The third guy ducked. Yeah. I know, alcoholics. Wrong bar, alcoholics. I'm so good at sleeping that I can do it with my eyes shut. Lord knows I did last night. And so I'm using this thing, right? I prefer pomade. I just can't afford it right now. Not with this amount of hair. Right. So I'm using this thing and it's got extra curly to it. Now my hair is all like this. This one. Look at that guy. He's all curly. Yeah. All right. Two peanuts went walking down the street. One was assaulted. Assaulted. Salt. Okay. But I'm saying that for me. I was trying to figure out the joke. Oh. Mom said I should do lunges to stay in shape, but that would be a big step forward. Time flies like an arrow. Fruit flies like a banana. Yep. Fruit flies do like those bananas. Oh, all right. Yeah, the clogged one was pretty good, huh? How leisure. That's what the clogged one, I appreciate that one too. But only because I have, emptied many a toilet. Right. So today, what are we talking about? We're talking about surrender. I didn't listen to that song yesterday. Although I did listen to the other one. Now I got to put that up so I remember. All right. Surrender. Cheap Trick. Because I remember it was Cheap Trick. All right. So surrender is what we're talking about today. And nobody likes this word. People don't like this word. All right. But anyway, welcome to the Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. I'm wearing my Jimi Hendrix shirt today. I was born 4 hours after Jimi Hendrix died. No is the answer. I am not Jimi Hendrix reborn. I was hoping I was, but no. I didn't even find out that I had the same that I was born the same day he died till I was like 19 or 20. So if you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. I guess my mom wasn't watching the news when I was being born. Actually, she said that she was out buying something from the store and she was talking to the checkout lady and she told the checkout lady, "Hey, can you hurry it up? My water just broke." Literally. All right. Aisle up and clean up in aisle 3. Dion being born. Dion's made his first mess. Right. Uh after the trudge, I'm going to text you a picture of all my Jimi Hendrix shirts. On to the solution. On to the solution. It's going to be a lot, huh? I have two. I thought I had one, but I don't remember things, but I have two. All right. Surrender. The word nobody likes. Why? Because it sounds like defeat. It sounds like giving up. It does. It literally sounds like giving up. We used to make jokes, right? Right. Oh, I'm not going to quit drinking it. That makes me a quitter. I'm not a quitter. And it was a joke, but it wasn't. But it wasn't. It was a very bad excuse, is what it was. Well, I don't want to quit. My parents have told me not to be a quitter. All right, we'll make these jokes. We think we're funny at the time. Probably kind of are, because, well, we're drunk. But it's surrender is a key to the beginning of the rest of your life for an alcoholic like myself. Anyway, right? But we don't like the word. Now, the word doesn't so much bother me as much anymore because I know what happens when I totally surrender. I know what happens. I've already had to do it a couple times today. You bet your ass I've said the serenity prayer several times today already. Maybe not the serenity prayer, but thy will be done, not mine. And I haven't been up that long. I got up at noon. Right? I didn't want to sleep the whole day away. I was pretty tired. So I'd say that the grandkids wore me out, but they played with Orson all day, so I can't use that. It was my nightmares. I surrender. But in recovery, surrender is actually the beginning. It is the very start. It is the starting place of freedom, is what it is. It is your first step into freedom. And without freedom, we alcoholics need to feel like we have the freedom of choice. You can take that how you want. We need to feel like we're actually making choices, but are we actually making choices? Are we? Huh. You know, that one thought that you had about making a video and going on and it helps some people. Did you think that was your idea? Is that what you think? Huh. Maybe it was. I don't know. I get my inspiration from God. I get my guidance from God or my wife, depending on who's around. Same thing. I like this joke. I wear the pants in the family. All right. You bet your ass I wear the pants in the family. But my wife picks them out for me every morning. I love that one. All right. So, what were we trying to control before recovery besides everything? Everything. Oh, I can, we all want to be the president of the United States. If I was president, I'd change this whole thing. Yeah, you can't even pronounce the Pledge of Allegiance. Do you even know what the Constitution is? No, but I would change this whole thing. I mean, we will be rulers. We always want to be top dog without doing any work. All right. We want to be top dog. We do. We got to surrender these things. Surrender, sacrifice. This is the same concept, right? Surrendering. What was the first thing I surrendered? Wasn't the alcohol. The alcohol obsession was taken away. I did not surrender. I did not sacrifice the alcohol. No. My way of thinking is what I gave up. That's the only thing I gave up, my way of thinking. That is what I surrendered because it was not working. It wasn't working. It was leading to consequences I was no longer willing to accept. Right? So, what do we do in the beginning? Well, we fight it with alcohol. A lot of people try a lot of things, cutting back, switching drinks, only drinking on certain days, and then we try and manage those consequences, right? So we fought to prove we still had control. Fight, 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 fight. Yeah. And eventually the evidence just showed us that we were wrong. My finger still hurts, by the way, just so people know. Nobody's asked in a while. Probably because I don't complain about it as much. But it still hurts. Still locks at night. Yeah. Doesn't hurt as bad because I'm not, yeah. But in the morning, oh, it hurts from lack of use. And I'm starting to get worried, a little worried again, but we're going to keep doing what we're doing. It's getting better slowly. Got to do the massaging. Oh, the massaging. But it's getting there. I'm able to play video games like Resident Evil, but not, about 2 hours. And then my hand starts cramping. Right. So anyway, we fought it with alcohol. We were always fighting, and that's what it is. It's the fighting. How many times does it say in the big book we have got to stop fighting? A lot. A lot. Well, I don't know how many times, at least 3, 4 times. It constantly, it brings it up in resentments. It brings it up in almost every step that we've got to let go of the anger, that the grouch and the brainstorm are better suited for normal people, which is not entirely true either. Anger is not good for anybody. Now, why do we always talk about anger? Because that is the emotion we go to the most. Either anger or depression. Those are the bad emotions that we tend to go to. Sad, maybe not depression. Well, yeah, depression. Sure. Self-pity. Those types of things, right? And why is that happening? Because we're doing crappy things, man. Because we are doing crappy things. That's why. And when I do crappy things to people, crappy things happen to me. So it's how it works. We call it karma. And when I do things to help other people, I am helped. That is the St. Francis prayer. And it works. It is better to love than to be loved. It is better to comfort than to be comforted. Because it comes with it. See, it's kind of like that carnival guy that's trying to get you over to maybe shoot a clown's mouth, blow up a balloon, and you win a prize. And he's over there. Everybody's a winner. Everybody, come aboard, come aboard. Everybody's a winner. Just give it a try. Come on over here, young man. Everybody, see, everybody's got to be a winner. Everybody involved has got to be a winner. This is the process of setting ourselves up to succeed. Enough with setting ourselves up to fail. We've done that part. We know that part. We know it. We know it very, very well. Right? Do you ever see The Matrix? Maybe some of you have, some of you haven't. I refer a lot to movies and music and culture. I refer a lot to culture because it makes it a little more fun for me. I love it. I was doing a fifth step this weekend with a spot C. He's like, I just love some of your analogies. I'm like, I try because I try and make my analogies fun. Why? Because I'm still a child. I do not feel 55 years old. I don't. Even sometimes I look at myself, I don't look 55 either. I look a little younger than that. Well, unless you looked at my teeth and you'd be like, oh man, you're old. Of course, then there's some people out there like, no, you're old. It's all right. So we fought to prove that we still have control, but eventually the evidence showed that we did not. Right. So what we used to think that surrender was some things, but we were incorrect. Yeah, there we are. Now, I'm going to use we statements on this one. All right. Because we did this. Surrender is not weakness. It is not failure. It is not losing. Surrender means that I'm accepting reality for what it is. Because I'll use an I statement on this. I didn't live in the same world as all you normal folk. And by normal, I mean non-alcoholics. So don't want to hear it. My other alcoholics, I'm a lot alike. We are a lot alike. Right? But I didn't fit in. I was part of it. See, there's a lot of moving parts to all of this. Even in the beginning, surrender is just part of it. There's acceptance, there's awareness, there's action, there's a lot of things to this, right? So it isn't just the surrender in the beginning. You're going to be surrendering a lot of things. What about 6 and 7? 6 and 7 are all about surrender, giving up your character defects for a new set of morals. 4 and 5 have surrender all through them. I did these things. That's correct. I did do them. Look at this. Look how I did this. Look how it affected me. I'm wow. Hey, Dion, I did these things. I didn't want to do these things. I still feel horrible about these things, but I did them. We're surrendering. Letting go. Let go, let God is surrendering. It's none of my business. That's another surrender. Do you 10th step? Surrendering. Yeah. But yeah, you're right, Amber. You're right. 6 and 7 are the big surrender steps because we're giving up what we think for the betterment of everyone that touches our lives. I mean, I hardly even leave the house and I have a big ripple effect. If I left the house, it'd be like kaboom. It is my life. When I go out, it's an event. It's always an adventure. Something will happen. Somebody's going to say something to me. It's just how it is. Your life is that way too. We're alcoholics, man. We live large. We are large and in charge. Leisure says the whole thing is about surrendering your ego. Every single portion of this is. And why? Why do we need 12 steps to surrender my ego? Because it's a pretty big ego. Oh, you were making a funny 067. Got it. Okay. Now I got it. And you even made me say it out loud several times. Good job. I'm not fooled easily. So I like it when people fool me. I find it funny when people fool me. It used to piss me off. Now I laugh because it's funny. I like it because it doesn't happen often. Right? It's like I'm really enjoying playing this game because it scares the shit out of me. And not much does. I listen to horror stories when I go to bed. If I could, my wife won't let me anymore because I guess it gives her nightmares. Oh, whatever. Massive, yes. Huge ego. That's why it takes 12 steps. All right. So when we admit it that we can't control alcohol and our way hasn't worked, just by admitting that, just by admitting it. And what does that do? It makes the switch, usually in 3. All right. So what happens? Well, the pain becomes too great. The denial finally breaks. And then we become willing to listen. And that's where recovery begins. When we are willing to listen, that we are willing to go another route. Yeah, you know who's a great example of surrender that we've had on lately? Benjamin Lerner. Go listen to his stuff. Go listen to the podcast I put out on. Okay. It's on YouTube. If you want the link, whatever, reach out to me. Okay. I'm going to tell you what I like about this kid. He actually grew up in an affluent home. Okay. Money. That's what it means. Right. He was and this kid's got a golden tongue. He's going to help a lot of people. He can help more people than me. Good on him, man. Right. But he got approached by all these different treatment centers and he turned them down because they're like, oh, you can make 5,000 and more than that too. I'm not shitting you, 5,000 a person. They're like, we'll pay you more. And he's like, no, you body broker, you do this. He ended up helping a place where they're like, we'll do $1,000. Okay. But they're legit and they're in Florida. So that's kind of a tough gig to have, man. Okay. How can I tell that he's not taking a lot of money? Look at the way he dresses. An alcoholic can't help himself. He doesn't wear any bling. He isn't wearing cardigans. He hasn't got gold around him. He doesn't have a bunch of rings on his finger, a bunch of jewelry. Why? Because he ain't making shit for money. Good on you, Benjamin. Good job, man. You keep that up. You keep it up. You're going to be around for a while. Now, Amber says, not only do Scott and I have separate blankets, so do we. One or both of us normally has an earbud in watching what we want to go to bed. Yeah. I put mine on this speaker. And everybody gets to enjoy what Dad is listening to. All right. In fact, I'll put it on and my wife will guess what we're watching. But she told me like a month ago, she's like, can I just ask that you don't do any Lord of the Rings tonight? Because I guess it was just too much. So I try and switch it up for her. I'll change it to Marvel. But can't go wrong with Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, or The Dark Knight Returns. That will put me to sleep. Bam. Especially The Dark Knight. I'm usually asleep by the time the Joker goes in to the bad guys. Anyway, yeah, we sleep with separate blankets too. Because I'm a thief. I roll over a lot. So I'm a kind of a, because we always blame the other person for stealing the covers. No, I'm just going to admit it's me. What am I doing? I'm surrendering, folks. That's an example of surrender. Hey, no, it's me. So, not only that, but she prefers a different blanket. My wife's getting a little bit older. She's going through other stuff, getting a little bit harder at night. So she wants a different blanket, things like that. Right. I hope you don't make them listen to the Wednesday edition. Good plug. Good plug. And you made me say it out loud too. Good job. Oh, right. So that was the turning point where the pain got too great, denial broke down, right? Then you let go of self-will. Where's that? Step 3. Made a decision to turn my will and my life over to the care of God as I understood him. Step 3. All right. So when we were going through it, we talked about willpower the other day. We did. In this case, we're talking about alcohol. That means I have none. Right? We all relied on our willpower, control, ego, even stubbornness. Surrendering means allowing something greater than ourselves to guide our actions. I'll ask you again, that great idea that you had, was it yours? Was it really truly yours? Was the daily trudge truly my idea? I don't think it was. I think it was divinely inspired, just like AA. Because this is a God thing here, man. Before I come on, God, give me the right words. Give me the right words. My hair's getting long enough. It's tickling my ears now. It's good. I can feel it on the back of my neck when I move my head. Ooh, that feels good. It feels weird. I'm not used to that. Should I shave it all off again? Took me 4 months to get this. So what happens after we surrender? Well, the first thing that's going to happen is honesty. Because you've just gotten honest with yourself. So honesty is there. Ding, 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 ding. What else do you have? Well, it's honesty, open-mindedness, and willingness. You've just obtained these 3 things. And what are they? Those are the tools that go in your toolbox along with the key of willingness. The actual key of willingness is in that honesty, open-mindedness, and willingness. These are the essentials of the program, but they are indispensable. They do not run out. You cannot run out of willingness. Oh, well, you might in a particular situation. All right. Like me, I'm no longer willing to help Aurora mental health. I broke up with him on Friday. That's right. Broke up. It was a relationship. So I'm a Dear John letter. I'm weird. So honesty increases, willingness grows. We stop fighting everything and start learning a new way to live, and help becomes possible. All right. So surrender isn't the end of the fight. It's the moment we stop fighting the wrong battle. I don't know if I would agree with that. I'm not here to fight a battle. Mm-mm. I already fought the battle. The war is over. Now is the time for restoration, for building, creating new buildings, new lives, new things in our life, man. New friendships, new relationships. Maybe you're younger, you got kids on the way. Good on you, man. Good stuff. These are the reasons that we get sober, why we do what we do. Yeah. So ask yourself today, when did surrender first happen for you in recovery? Actually, I'm going to put that question online today. Yeah. I've been and putting little other things out like just questions. You know what? I asked one question. It's had more comments than anything I've had in a while. All I asked was, what was it like in your first 30 days? We got some cool answers, man. So we'll keep doing that. So, all right, that's going to be it for this one. And yeah, I'm going to go start my laundry, do my Sunday chores, wait on a text from Leisure. I will be anticipating your text, my liege. All right. And then if you want to go to the 3:00 meeting with me, let me know. I might go to another meeting. I don't know. I want to talk about yeah, doesn't matter. All right. Maybe I'll go to a 2:00 meeting because it's 2:00 in 6 minutes. All right. Did I already miss Desert Sand Recovery? I did. That was at 1. All right. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I appreciate it. I love you. You know I do. Peace out. And keep on trudging.